Now we are going to see knight fork under chess basics. So what's a knight fork? Knight fork is nothing but a double attack on higher value pieces, that is queen and rook. If the knight attacks queen, king and also rook, then it's called a knight fork. The opponent is forced to lose higher value material for the knight. If the fork includes the king, then it is very powerful. The equal value piece bishop also can be attacked by fork if it is not supported. Now in this position, ne5 fork is available, which attacks the queen and also king and rook. But only beginner will allow this position. When you play some higher level opponent, this position has to be created. We have to bring the king or the rook or the queen to the forking position. So next diagram we will see how forking position is created. See, in this position the king is on g6. In the next position the king is on g7 and the rook is on g6. So here the rook is on g6. So how to create the position? You have to force the pieces to the forking position. Now you can cut the rook in order to force the king to occupy the g6 square. Now you can fork by ne5. So after the king moves, you can cut knight into queen. So in this way you have to create fork. In the next position, we see there is a mating threat on f8, but that is not defended, that is not supported, f5 is not supported. Even then you can give a check because there is a knight fork is available. So after king into f8, knight is check and knight into queen wins the queen. In the next position we will see how pin helps knight fork. You can see the rook on e1 which is pinning the king. So n-d5 is possible. Black cannot take the knight. So now white wins an exchange after the queen moves. So knight into b6, queen into b6. In the next diagram we see with the help of check, knight fork is created. So bishop c8 is forced. Now you can play rook into bishop check. So king into rook is forced. Now knight e7 check wins the rook. So now coming to the next diagram, the double attack by the rook is helping the knight fork. So after rook into pawn check, queen into rook is forced. Now you can play knight f6 check and knight into queen. So far we have seen only the king is forced to occupy the knight forking square. Now pieces also can be brought to forking square. Here in the diagram, white plays queen into rook. So after queen into queen, knight e6 check and knight into queen. Now in this diagram, first pin is created and then black plays for fork. So first queen into e2 check, king into e2. Now comes knight d4 check and knight into queen. Here black forces the king into a pinning position and then force the queen. So after king d2, black can play knight into queen and wins the game. Now moving to the next diagram, black creates first a mating thread and then wins the queen with a fork. Black plays rook to d2, forcing the queen to a forking square. So if the queen moves, then queen into f2 check is coming. So queen into d2 is forced. Now knight f3 check and knight into d2. Now we are going to see how a simple check helps in giving a fork. Now queen c4 check. So queen f7, queen d5 check, queen f7 is forced. So queen into f7, king into f7, knight d6 check and knight into rook. So even a simple check can win material with the help of fork. Now what we see is a knight fork with a clearance theme. Now there is a knight fork on f3. So queen is occupying that square. So queen should be moved powerfully. So queen into c3, b into c3, knight f3 check, king g2, knight into h4 wins the exchange. So a knight cannot fork a knight because the knight can cut the forking knight. A bishop, though it is having equal value, can also come under fork if it has no support. Here in this diagram, black plays rook into knight check first. So if king into rook, then ne3 check wins the bishop. So even equal pieces can be attacked and win with a fork. So if you like this video, kindly press like button and also subscribe to this channel.